This week on the Hooters Tour with Lee Moore and Kim Breel. Coming up this half hour, the Jordan Cup Match Play Championship at Whitewater Creek in Atlanta. 32 players playing for $125,000. Stay tuned. Kim and Lee will be right back. Don't miss out on the Hooters 500, the most exciting racing event of the year, and a ticket package you can't get elsewhere. The package includes Hooters 500 reserved seats in the Eastern Grandstand, the ARCA Championship Saturday, and an invitation to the Champions Party on the floor of the Georgia Dome Saturday night. A farewell tribute to Harry Gant, drivers, crews, cars, the Miss Hooters 500 contest, and party to the live music of Charlie Daniels. These are the tickets and party everyone's talking about. So call 1-800-HOOT-500. That's 1-800-466-8500.
Fellow Americans, there's been a lot of talk in the press lately regarding my involvement with Hooters. Prior to my having been elected president, I enjoyed Hooters whenever I got the chance. But the integrity of this office must not be compromised by these unfounded Hooters allegations. Last November, the American people voted for change, and I'm trying to change. It's not easy, though, with all those Hooters out there. Thank you.
Earn their wings every day.
Hooters, it's not just a restaurant, it's an adventure.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Whitewater Creek Country Club. It's located in the suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Lee Moore.
And I'm Kim Breel. Back in early April, our schedule called for 20 regular season events and a match play championship featuring our top 32 money winners. Included in the top 32 were all of our regular season winners.
In effect, the Match Play Championship, Kim, and we want to note this, brought together absolutely the best players on the Hooters Tour 1994. Thus, the scene is set for the first annual Hooters Match Play Championship for the coveted Jordan Cup.
Incidentally, the Cup was named for the owner, founder of the Hooters Tour, TC Rick Jordan.
We kicked off the championship week, of course, with our big Pro-Am, and that was on Tuesday. Now, unlike in previous weeks, the skies cleared and the sun came out. And speaking of coming out, some of our featured guests included
Worldwide Wing Commander Bob Brooks of Hooters. Playing in his group, of course, was our $100,000 Naturally Fresh winner, and that was Ricky Smallridge.
Yeah, they had a lot of fun, they told me. Speaking of Mr. Brooks and his wife, Yvonne, she also took part. As a matter of fact, we caught up with her on hole number 3. She was displaying some outstanding golfing form. Now, the former NFL legend Roman Gabriel was also on hand. Incidentally, he was our featured speaker at the awards banquet, and that was held again right at the end of the Pro-Am on Tuesday evening.
Well, I learned a long time ago, as long as I understood that it takes 14 muscles to smile and enjoy life, and knowing that it takes 72 muscles to be a real a-hole and frown, why not smile about every day I have an opportunity?
Our award winners at the beautifully prepared facilities at the Atlanta Renaissance, the 6 major award winners were Golf Achievement to John Dixon of South Africa.
A deserving young man. Now, Rookie of the Year, another deserving young man, Brian Contact of Phoenix, Arizona. He again was our winner earlier at Jacksonville, Florida.
And Most Improved Golfer, Vance Veazey of Senatobia, Mississippi. And the winner earlier this year in Portsmouth, Ohio.
He did it with 6 straight birdies, remember? Now, the other 3 winners represented our best in the stats column. The money winner with just over $54,000, Dickie Thompson of Peachtree City, Georgia.
Our stroke average winner, Jimmy Green, with just over 69.4 strokes per round. Jimmy is from Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, and he's a great one. And, of course, that $100,000 Naturally Fresh Award winner, Ricky Smallridge from Opelika, Alabama.
And you know, one of the highlights of the evening was 80-something-year-old Tommy Barnes talking about his old friend, the legendary Bobby Jones. And Mr. Barnes, pretty fair amateur golfer himself, fired a course record 62 at the age of 73.
I just hope I'm still around at that age. Well, it's time now, Kim, to get back out to Whitewater Creek, where our 32 players are set to battle it out for that Jordan Cup and, of course, that $25,000 first place check. Round one matches. Eddie Pierce, the winner over Dickie Thompson, 2-up. And T. Burton knocked off his old friend, Greg Parker, 3-2. Both of those players played at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Stephen Larrick met Mike Swartz in the third match that went off on Wednesday. And Swartz of Phoenix took it 1-up. The match following was between Marion Dantzler and Brian Gorman, with Dantzler the winner 1-up.
Now, a couple of old friends square off in Michael Foster and Andrew Morris. It goes to 21 holes. Going to the 18th hole, the match was even. Here, Morse sinks a 20-footer with his opponent looking at a 10-foot eagle putt that would give him the match. Foster's putt is left hanging on the edge, and the two go to 3 extra holes, again where Andrew sinks his putt for par to advance to the second round.
Steve Pope was hot in his match with Scott McCarron, winning 4-3. In another one-sided contest, Steve Flesh bested David McCampbell 5-4. And Ryan Howison put up a good battle before losing to Eric Johnson 2-1.
Brant Jobe was a loser in his match, 3-2, while Bo Fennell surprised Chris Smith at the 19th hole. Ray France played outstanding golf in defeating Matt Ewing 5-4, and John Huff needed an extra hole to put away our Rookie of the Year, Brian Contact.
Some late matches the first day had Jack O'Keefe winning over Jimmy Green 3-2. And Lan Gooch had a battle on his hands but finally bumped off Craig Perks 1-up. In that match, by hole number 14, it was still even. Here, Lan gets his tee shot close to the flag and then picks up a birdie to go 1-up at this point in the match.
A couple of big hitters, Vance Veazey out of Senatobia, Mississippi, and Michael Christie of Greenville, South Carolina, put on a good show before Christie won 3-2. And in our last match of the day, Doug Barron was sent home by Ricky Smallridge 4-3.
Well, Lee, I guess you could say there were some minor upsets in the first round, but the reality is any of the 32 players here are quite capable on any given day.
Yeah, that's why they're here, because they are the best we hit. When we come back, the second round's going to produce a couple of mild surprises.
Hi, I'm Shannon in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Please don't leave me. We'll be right back with more of the Hooters Tour.
Who's getting happy? Who's having fun? Who's been to Hooters? Come on, everyone, it's at Hooters. Hooters. Hooters makes you happy. Hooters makes you happy. Hooters makes you happy. Hooters makes you happy. Good times, great food, fun music, what a hoot. Everybody's getting happy at Hooters. Everybody limbo! Tonight's winner limbo's home with Bud Light.
Oh, really? Lower.
Oh, my.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Not low enough.
Everybody's getting happy at Hooters.
Day 2 is going to feature 8 matches, and there's going to be 3 extra hole playoffs.
Off the tee first, Eddie Pierce will wind up putting away T. Burton 3-2. Next up is the matchup of Mike Swartz and Marion Dantzler. And Big Mike of Phoenix needed 5 extra holes to secure the win. A couple of pars at 18 set up the playoff. Both continued to make pars on the first 4 holes, and at hole number 23, both players put their approach shots within about 10 feet of the flag. Dantzler will miss his putt just a bit to the left, and then Swartz will put his in the middle of the cup for a birdie 3 and advances to Friday's quarterfinals.
Andrew Morris is going to get his match over with quickly with Steve Pope. It's all Andy, and it's 7-6. In one of the best quarterfinal matches of the day, Eric Johnson out of Eugene, Oregon, needs a couple of extra holes to get rid of a feisty Steve Flesh, a solid pro prospect. It was a mild surprise when Bo Fennell defeated fellow Georgian Paul Claxton 2-1. Claxton is going to get a birdie 3 here at the par 4 9th hole, and he'll be 2 up on Bo at the turn. Fennell gets on a roll, though, on the backside. He'll pick up a couple of holes on Claxton before he gets to hole 15. He'll miss a birdie attempt, but he still has Paul 2 down with 3 to play. This match ends up, though, on the 17th, 2-1.
A couple of past winners on the tour, Ray Franz and John Huff, link up in the quarterfinals, with Huff getting the best of this one, 2-1. Lan Gooch in this match with Jack O'Keefe will win 4-3. And in a mild upset, Michael Christie prevails 4-2 over Ricky Smallridge. If things were interesting in our second round, obviously we're now in round 3, where the winners here, among other goodies, will pick up fees of $3,000 each to PGA Tour School.
A couple of veterans, again Eddie Pierce and Mike Schwartz, will go to the 19th hole, where Schwartz will get the victory. Schwartz at hole number 12 is hoping to put Pierce down 3 with 6 to play. This hole is a par 5 surrounded by water. Eddie applies first pressure. He'll make this birdie putt, while Schwartz answers with a birdie, so he's still up 2 after 12.
Andrew Morris and Eric Johnson almost too close to call at the beginning, but Eric will get the 3-2. Picking up some of the action, we go to the par 5 12th hole, where Andrew Morris will make birdie to get it back to within 1 with 6 holes to play. Now Johnson on hole number 15 sets up this birdie on his way to victory.
Bo Fennell, who's been a fighter so far this week, finally loses out to another scrambler, John Huff, 3-1. Here, John is 2 up with 4 to play. The players will tie the par 3 16th hole. Then Fennell is 2 down with 2 to play. Huff's going to hit first. He's looking for a birdie. He needs only to tie the hole to advance to the semifinals. Bo leaves his approach 15 feet away. That putt won't fall, and Bo congratulates John on his win.
Lan Gooch and Michael Christie, 2 hard-working and determined players, hook up, and it's a battle royal that will last until the 19th hole, where Gooch finally puts it away. Checking some of the action, coming to the 17th hole, Lan is 1 up on Michael. Lan's approach is close enough for a gimme 3, a birdie. Now, if Christie makes 4 or more, the match is over. But this tough competitor drains a birdie 3, and he'll take it to the 19th hole before falling to Lan Gooch.
Well, I don't know how much more excitement I can take, but don't go away. There is a lot more coming up.
Hi, I'm Betty Jo from Atlanta Hooters. Stick around. There's more golf when we return.
So I said to Henny, of course chickens are more important to Hooters than owls.
Who?
Chickens, that's who.
I beg to differ.
Well, peg all you want. Without chickens, there'd be no chicken sandwiches or chicken salad. Or Hooters' famous chicken wings. There'd be no Hooters if it weren't for chicken.
It's really not wise to even argue the point.
That's because I'm right.
No, that's because you're not going to be around long anyway. Chicken.
Naturally fresh, simply delicious. Just wait and see. You'll taste the quality. The quality, preservative free. We always have been, always will be. Naturally, it's simply delicious. Naturally fresh. It's a lifestyle.
Are you still drinking the old thing? Try the next thing, Powerade. With 33% more carbos than Gatorade and a taste you can really slam. Powerade, the next thing.
The perfect weather continues at a perfectly manicured golf course for our semifinal matches on Friday, Schwartz and Johnson.
Yeah, I'll put the first names on there. That sounds like Mike and Eric. They're in one semifinal. John Huff and Lan Gooch will be in the other.
Friday's semifinal matches began with the pairing of Mike Swartz of Phoenix up against Eric Johnson of Eugene, Oregon. Swartz making it to the semifinals by defeating Stephen Larrick 1-up, and then defeating Marion Dantzler on the 23rd hole. And of course, in the earlier match on Friday, taking down Eddie Pierce on the 19th hole. Eric making it to the semifinals by defeating Ryan Howison 2-1, then beating Steve Flesch on the 20th hole, and again in the quarterfinals taking Andrew Morris 3-2. We pick up this match on hole number 4, the 529-yard par 5. The match is even, and Swartz has trouble here. He'll take a bogey 6 while Johnson finds his par and will go up 1 on Swartz. The next 4 holes proved to be a momentum boost for the Phoenix professional. On hole 5, Swartz evens up the match with a routine par. On hole 6, the 549-yard par 5, Johnson will take a bogey 6. That's 2 in a row. While Swartz plays this hole well, making a birdie 4. Swartz now winning the last 2 holes is 1 up on Johnson. On hole number 7, Johnson will make his 3rd straight bogey, and now with Swartz's par has fallen 2 down in this match. The bogey train continues for Johnson at number 8. Swartz with another par goes 3 up on Johnson, and that will remain through the 10th hole. Swartz hits a great shot at the par 3 11th hole. He makes birdie and is 4 up with 7 holes to play over Johnson. Johnson comes back on the par 5 12th hole. Sinking this birdie putt, it's back to 3 in favor of Swartz. Swartz will win 13, and the pressure thickens as Johnson is 4 down with 5 to play. Johnson takes charge at the par 5 15th hole, winning with a birdie 4, and is now 3 down with 3 to go. Johnson hangs tough on 16. This shot sets up a birdie 2 to keep him alive with 2 down, 2 to play. The match is decided, though, at the 17th hole when Johnson makes his par to tie Swartz. Swartz is in the finals, defeating Eric Johnson 2 up.
We both kind of got off to a slow start, and I wasn't playing well at all, but I managed to hang in there early on. I was 1 down after 4, and then all of a sudden it just caught fire, and I've won 4 holes in a row. Got to 4 up, and just bring it in from there.
Now the second semifinal match paired a local Atlanta pro against Lan Gooch of Houston, Mississippi. That local pro is John Huff, who made his way by beating Brian Contact on the 19th hole. And next, he took Ray France 2-1. And then in the quarterfinals, he defeated Beau Fennell 3-1. Lan Gooch made it by way of Craig Perks in the first round, 1 up. Then 4-3 against Jack O'Keefe, and finally defeating Michael Christie on the 19th hole. Out on the course now, we go to hole number 3, a 210-yard par 3. Huff on the green takes 2 putts for his par. Gooch is going to chip close, and he has this putt for his par and the half, but the ball swings around and it lips out. Gooch is the first to fall. He's 1 down. The next turn of events occurred on the par 5 6th hole. Gooch hits this shot in that sets up a birdie 4. With this birdie, the match is even once again. Now heading into the 9th hole, the players are still even. Lan Gooch sinks this putt for birdie. Huff takes a par. Gooch goes 1 up at the turn. On the par 3 11th hole, Huff's going to fire his tee shot right at the flagstick. Now this sets up his birdie putt. He'll score it and even up the match with 7 holes to play. At the par 5 12th hole, both players are in position for birdies. John's going to stick his 3rd shot close. He's going to make a 4, and Gooch makes his birdie 4 right on top of Huff, and the match is even. On hole 13, Gooch places his approach shot really close, putting pressure on Huff. Huff can't make the birdie, so it leaves the door open for Gooch, who drains this little number for birdie. He goes 1 up on the match. On 14T, though, rules official Doug Finley brings to the attention a rules infraction to both players, and after an extensive discussion, Gooch is going to concede the match to opponent John Huff. Huff will advance to the finals against Mike Swartz of Phoenix, Arizona.
On Saturday, our championship match has been set up as Mike Swartz will meet Atlanta area resident and veteran Hooters Tour pro John Huff.
The stage was set for 2 guys who had survived 4 matches against the best professionals on the Hooters Tour. The edge went to Atlanta's John Huff, whose par on the 410-yard par 4 was one better than Mike Schwartz.
By hole 5, Huff had taken a 2-hole lead. Huff will make a routine par, while Schwartz's short game was not at the level he needed. A bogey gets Schwartz 3 down.
On the par 5 6th hole, Huff will make a series of shots that will enable him to sink this putt for birdie, while Schwartz struggles and a bogey 6 has him down 4 with 12 holes to play.
Schwartz will start a comeback on hole 7. His par is good enough for the win. Huff is now back to 3 up. Now on to number 9. Schwartz just not up to par, so to speak. A double bogey 6 has his opponent Huff 4 up at the turn.
Huff has the momentum and he'll fire at the flag on the 165-yard par 3 11th hole. A deuce here tells the story of the day. John goes 5 up with 7 to play. Schwartz is just going to run out of holes, and he's going to take his hat off to our first annual Jordan Cup champion at the 14th hole.
I really felt like I might have been the underdog coming in, and really decided to play a little more aggressive. It turns out I got up early in the match and was able to play a little more conservative and just see what happened and not force the issue. But I knew I was going to have all I could handle coming in. I turned a good year into a great year with this tournament, and that's a fun way to end it.
When we come back, we'll wrap up a great 94 season on the Hooters Tour.
Hi, this is Rudy Gatlin of the Gatlin Brothers. Stick around for Lee and Kim. They'll be right back on the Hooters Tour.
Girls earn their wings every day.
Hooters, it's not just a restaurant, it's an adventure.
One final question, Mr. Parkhill. Have you ever been to a Hooters restaurant?
Not to the best of my recollection.
Never had Hooters' nearly world-famous chicken wings?
Or the Big Hooch salad?
Not to the best of my recollection.
Mr. Parkhill, we simply cannot confirm anyone for this post who has never been to Hooters.
Kim, I made a promise to our winner out here, John Huff, that I would say an extra special thanks on his behalf to his caddy, Bill Hill, who worked hard. You know, there are so many thank yous that are coming. You know, we got like Bob Brooks, the owner of Hooters of America, Rick Jordan. Also, there's Mike McNeil, Finley Trosclair, to you, Kim, also to LCA Productions, and all of our systems that carried us on the Prime Network throughout the year, and to the great people, of course, in all of our host cities across America.
Our players, of course, Lee, and especially, Lee, to our families that have supported us all year long. I've enjoyed my year with you, and I look forward to working with you again next year.
Well, speaking of that, don't forget, speaking of next year, for 95, we're going to have 3 sites for pro golfers to qualify for our tour. For the 95 season, we're going to have 3 sites for golfers to qualify for our tour. We're going to have schools out in California, also in Texas, and in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We'll be playing between 25 and 30 events in 95. Now, for more information, please call us at our office number at 1-800-992-8748. Thanks again, everybody.
We'll see you next year.
You
thanks to our host hotel, the Days Inn in Peachtree City, Georgia. This week on the Hooters Tour is brought to you by Hooters Restaurants. Hooters, delightfully tacky yet unrefined. Naturally fresh foods, naturally fresh preservative-free salad dressings, sauces, and dips. And by Bud Light. Make it a Bud Light. If you like the clothes that Kim and Lee are wearing, call the Hooters merchandise catalog at 1-800-961-2231 for all Hooters of America apparel.